I didn't think 25 would look like this. I
I
don't know what I thought 25 would look like at this point in my life. Honestly, I crashed out in the last vlog, but it's okay. It was exposure therapy. But anyway, I know that content creation takes time, and I don't want to rush content creation because I love it. Honestly, sometimes I wish I was growing a little bit more, but I know everything that I need to do to get to where I want to be. When it comes to YouTube, I always thought that YouTube would take a while. I thought YouTube would take 8 years to get to my goal and that silver play button, which I cannot wait to get one day. I hope it's for me. When it comes to careers, I've changed my mind so many times, from graduating from high school to college and post grad. What I originally wanted was to go back to school right after graduating, which I should have done and I didn't do. That's on me. I went into the working world and I had some experience with administrative work. I didn't know how far that was going to take me. I didn't expect to be laid off my first job after college. I thought I would be at that job for at least a few years, but that didn't happen. I ended up getting other jobs, but despite it all, despite the up and downs with jobs and careers and finding out what I truly love, which was always YouTube, and having TikTok is really cool too. Honestly, I have a smaller goal for TikTok versus YouTube. But I knew that I would be in school for the rest of my life. Honestly, I've applied and I'll apply again to go back to school, of course, because I know there's a different part of me that wants a certain job that I don't talk about, because all I talk about is content creation on here, which I love to be open about because I don't mind failing, growing, and learning in public when it comes to content creation and my art and my creativity. I've always had, and still do, I've always had YouTube throughout this entire journey of my 20s. I mean, I started at 19 and now I'm 25. I do have a car. I wish I was able to pay it off. I still live at home. I think that's something that I would have thought I would have had by now, that materialistic independence, own car, own apartment, own house, those sorts of things. I may have thought I wanted that by now, but honestly, there's other parts of me that's independent. Just choosing every day to get up and pursue something that I may not see the results in one day, and just choosing to take care of myself. And I went back to therapy last year, and then after that became my own mental health advocate, my own supporter, my own love in my life, and just making decisions to not isolate anymore. I went back to the small group that I joined. Those things I would have never saw myself do at 25, but I'm doing that at 25. I'm making a church space safe for myself again. I think that's incredible, and I would have never saw that. So it's something that's positive, despite all of the other materialistic things, the cars, the houses, the titles, the careers, the success and education. Those are all great. Seriously, those are all great. And whatever's meant for me will be for me. I was watching this podcast. It was one of Mel Robbins' podcasts, and she had two men come on, and they have a book and all those great things. But they said, in your 20s, make sure you have options. And I loved that, because I've always thought that I was behind all these people who probably don't even know what they're doing. It's okay. Getting to know myself and what I truly want and what I want to work on mentally and spiritually and healing is something I'm going to need in the future and that I'm working towards. And content creation, it's been there, and it has helped me grow as a person and as a young lady. And I think that's something beautiful that I won't regret to have. Everything that's happened in my life so far, it has made space for people that will love me for me, and they'll love my presence over my absence. And I love myself enough to choose the right people in my life. At this point, I've finally chose me. And I don't know how long it takes people for to choose themselves, but to be able to know that I chose myself before the age of 25 is big within itself. What else? What it feels like, honestly, to be 25, there's a lot of tests. There's so many tests. Tests of who I used to be, the past, this world and everything that's going on, and how I'm perceived, how I feel about myself. There's so many tests. And I'm finally trying to learn how to love the body that God gave me. There's certain things I cannot control about the way that I look and how I'm perceived by other people. But what I can control is how I receive it and how I use that to grow. One day I want to be at least, let's say, 88% comfortable in my own skin. And I think that's going to take me far. But just having that thought process and making sure that I'm not thinking the same way that I did, comparing and insecurities and doubts that are pulling me back from the person that I know I can be. And God, of course, knows. Uh, yeah, that sort of thing. I mean, taking into account, the way that I look and the way that I talk and how I am. If people can't accept that in my dreams, then that's just on them. It's not on me anymore. I can't please everyone. I can't do what everyone wants to do. I've learned that whatever is not communicated is not my problem, and that has freed me so much. Let me tell you the truth, girl. But anyway, what I'm learning is to let go of control. Honestly, after college, my control was okay, make sure you have a stable job and make sure you're perceived as someone who has a stable job because you're in your 20s. You need to make money, you need to save money, you need to move out, you need to learn how to take care of your car, you need to know all these things about your car. You need to make sure that you're deciding, do you want long term to just be a career? Do you want it to be family? Do you want a relationship? What kind of friends do you want in your life and why? What does that look like? Where do you want to live? And if you think too much about that, it can kind of consume you in a way. So over time, I just let those thoughts pass through. And I just try to be so thankful for God and for God allowing me to just be myself and hold my hand and learn that I can't control everything. And some things are meant to let go for better things to put into place. And I'm learning so much about myself in the healing. It is so beautiful. I really am a resilient person. And I love all the things about myself. At least I'm learning to, and I'm trying. 25 is a crazy age. It really is. But I think I'm handling it in a way where I'm finally there for myself. I'm the love of my life. I'm my best friend. I'm the one that I can go to cry and to hold. I don't try to destroy myself anymore. I have no need to. At 25, I'm learning that I need God, I need His Word, I need community, and I need myself more than I've ever needed. And I'm so glad that I decided that, you know what? I chose me, and I love who I am, and I love who I'm going to be one day. Yeah.